Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Steve. So this is how the Cleveland Cavaliers can defeat the Golden State Warriors. Now, I told you guys I've been doing some thinking I've been doing for a few months on how to slow down this Golden State team. Now, the season's past the midway point, pretty much. We're almost at All-Star Weekend. And I've noticed some trends about the Golden State Warriors. Now, how can the Cleveland Cavaliers defeat the Golden State Warriors? Now, I'm going to bar the possibility of Melo being traded to that team. We're going to ignore that. We're just going to focus on who's on the team at this moment. So if you're watching this video and it's June and you see the finals are playing and I'm not talking about Melo, just disregard this video and go check out my other videos, okay? But anyway, so how can the Cleveland Cavaliers defeat the Golden State Warriors? Now, it's easier said than done. There's no doubt about that. It's way easier said than done. But how can they defeat the Golden State Warriors? They have to go big and play big on the Warriors. They can't play small ball because if you have Curry on a smaller shooter, you're going to get outshot. Now, it's a good thing that the Cleveland Cavaliers acquired possibly, maybe top five. I mean, definitely top five, but I mean, it's arguable between, Clay and Kyle Korver. I know a lot of people are going to say Clay's a better shooter, but it's arguable. Obviously, Clay's more explosive, but we'll say Kyle Korver's more consistent, Clay's more explosive. So, a top 3 shooter in the league at this moment. Obviously, Kawhi is up there as well. But anyway, so it's good that they acquired him. Now, think about this. Kyrie Irving, Kyle Korver, Lebron James, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, that's not even that big of a lineup. Now, think about this lineup. LeBron James, Richard Jefferson, Kyle Korver, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson. That way, you can force Stephen Curry to go to the bench. Because Kyle Korver is just like Stephen Curry. He's going to be running around on screens. Now, I know Stephen Curry can keep up on the screens. However, there's no way he's going to be able to contest it. Kyle Korver is too tall. He jumps too high on his jump shots. And to be honest, there's nothing anyone could do to stop that shot. The same with Curry. So right there, you get Stephen Curry off of the floor. Which means they're less lethal on the offensive end. Now, another thing you can go about. Now, this is going to be extremely hard, and I would only recommend doing this in the beginning of the game. In the beginning of the games, let's say J.R. Smith is in, right? Let's forget about Kyle Korver right now. Let's say J.R. starting. It's Kyrie, J.R., LeBron, K-Love, and Double T. So you have, J.R. Smith, and Stephen Curry's on J.R., and then you have Kyrie and Clay on Kyrie. So what do? What happened in Game 7? You force the switch. Force the switch. Everyone get out the way. Obviously, how to force a switch? Pick and roll. Pick and then just JR get out the way. Everyone move to one side of the court and tell Kyrie Irving no jump shots, drive to the basket, and force contact. Why do you want to do that? 1, you're going to tire out Stephen Curry. And 2, you're going to get him in foul trouble. The only way to defeat this team is to attack Stephen Curry. Because Kevin Durant, there's nothing you can do to get him off the court, to slow him down, unless you want to play isolation one-on-one, him and LeBron, but they're going to go back and forth. The only way to defeat the Golden State Warriors is to attack Stephen Curry. Kyrie Irving and JR need to force that switch. Everyone get out the way. Let Kyrie isolate and tell Kyrie Irving to force the contact against Stephen Curry while driving to the basket. He's not going to get the call every time, but if you can get at least 2 fouls in the first quarter on Stephen Curry. I'm sorry. That time I didn't mean to say it. I say it so much. If you can get at least 2 fouls on Stephen Curry in the first quarter, literally, you can take him out the game for that first quarter and probably the first half. He'll probably play. And if he gets back in, you keep doing the same thing. Now, I know it's going to tire it out, but hey, if that doesn't happen, guess what? Whoever Curry is on, let's say Curry's on JR and Kevin Durant's on LeBron, force the switch. Tell JR to come set that screen. Boom. Kevin Durant, he's a really long step and stride, so he might be able to step over it. Again, it's going to be hard with Kevin Durant. But try to set that screen, possibly have RJ, but Curry ain't going to guard RJ. Have JR set that screen on KD, and if you get the switch, tell LeBron, no jump shots, no post, drive to the basket, force the foul. You have to attack Stephen Curry in order to beat this team because Kevin Durant is having his best season ever. Kevin Durant is elite defensively. He's efficient as ever in terms of scoring. He is the second best player on the planet. It's not even arguable. I don't know why people thought Curry was last year. It was LeBron, KD, and then Curry. Now it's LeBron, KD, and either Harden or Kawhi. I'm leaning towards Harden, but again, if you say Kawhi's better, I can understand why. And then it's obviously Russ and Curry between those two. Right. Now, if you do that and you force Stephen Curry out of the game, this means Kevin Durant has to play more minutes, which means he is going to get tired. Now, obviously, he trains for this and things like that, but in a Game 7, non-stop fast tempo, he hasn't played in the finals in a long time. So it's gonna take him a few games for him to adjust to the heavy set offense and the physical defense and playing maximum minutes and things like that. And again, once you get Stephen Curry out the game, maybe you can play. Maybe you can play regularly. And if you don't play regularly like that, then guess what? Guess who you have to attack next? You can't attack Klay Thompson because Klay Thompson's a good defender. You can't attack Draymond Green because he's a good defender. You can't attack what's his name? Kevin Durant because he's a good defender. You have to attack their backup point guard, Shaun Livingston. Obviously he's a great defender. He's a pretty good defender as well. But if you attack Shaun Livingston and you do the same exact thing, Kyrie, Irving, switch, whoever switches, get the switch and have Shaun Livingston on LeBron. Tell LeBron, drive to the basket and force the fouls. What does this mean? Their backup is going to be less flexible. They're not going to be able to do what they've been doing, this entire season, which means the Cleveland Cavaliers can exploit them on the defensive end, and it'll be easier to keep up with them on the offensive end because now you're not counting by, 3 every, 2 possessions. Because they're not going to be shooting so many threes with Curry off the floor. Now, if Klay Thompson gets hot, there's nothing you can do about that. I'm sorry, but once that man gets hot, it's over. He's just too ridiculous. That guy's shooting is ridiculous. So that's just some of my ideas so far. Now, I have a lot more. I'm not done with this video just yet. But that's my idea in terms of attacking Stephen Curry. If you can attack Stephen Curry and get him out the game, get him in foul trouble, and then do the same thing to Shaun Livingston, just keep forcing those switches, you're going to be in good position to beat the Golden State Warriors. You're going to be in really good position to beat the Golden State Warriors. Now, I'm going to make a video probably tomorrow or the day after. Actually, not tomorrow because tomorrow I'm making a Knicks versus Cavs video. Oh, yeah, I'm doing it. I'll probably make a video sometime this weekend or in the next few days on how the Golden State Warriors can slow down the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, we'll get to that in a second, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But let's go on to my second way the Cleveland Cavaliers can defeat the Golden State Warriors. And this is all on LeBron James. LeBron James is the best player I've ever seen. And a lot of people agree with that. However, sometimes LeBron James plays a little too passive. Now, in the beginning of the 2016 NBA Finals, LeBron was playing extremely passive, and he didn't turn it on until games 5, 6, and 7. Now, if you look at what happened, they were down 3-1, and then as soon as he started to turn it on and get in Curry's face and things like that, guess what happened? LeBron James needs to play angry. He needs to play angry. And you know what the sad thing is? He probably won't play angry until the Golden State Warriors go up a game or 2. And the reason for that is because people are going to start talking and saying Kevin Durant is the best player in the world. And then he's going to be like, what? And then he's going to be like, okay, I'll play angry LeBron. If you go back through history and look at angry LeBron, 2007 scoring the last 25 points for the Detroit Pistons and the game winner with one of the best clutch performances in NBA history. 2009, the game winner against Orlando. 2012, game 6 against the Boston Celtics, 45 points. Angry LeBron, he came out making everything, dunking on everyone. Angry LeBron, and then 2016, angry LeBron, 40 points, and then a triple-double. LeBron needs to play angry in order to beat this Golden State Warriors team. He needs to come into the finals knowing that if Kevin Durant defeats him, people are going to say that he is the best player on the planet. People are going to say, you know what, it's no longer LeBron's time. What's going on with LeBron? LeBron doesn't have it anymore. LeBron's too old now. Then they're going to start talking about the 2003 draft, and I ain't having that. Because once they start talking about the 2003 draft and my main man Carmelo Anthony's name comes up, I'm going to have a titty attack. I'm going to go crazy. Y'all know how I feel about my man Carmelo Anthony. Anyway, LeBron James needs to be angry. On a serious note, LeBron literally, he needs to play like angry LeBron. He needs to do what he did in games 5, 6, and 7, getting in Curry's face, getting in Kevin Durant's face. None of that friend shit. I know LeBron and KD are good friends, but none of that BS. He needs to get in his face and tell him, you ain't the best, you're not even close to me, and I'll prove it to you. Anyway, guys, those are the only 2 ways I can think. Attack Stephen Curry, and then once Curry's out the game, attack Sean Livingston. And after that, LeBron just needs to play angry. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's Steve. I'm out. Peace.